Alright, we're at Cheesies in Chicago, downtown. They got two challenges. We're at the Belmont location, but they got a 4-pound cheese and fries, which I did already. I beat that in about 14 minutes. And then they got this monster, the 8-pound with 1 pound of fries. It's a monster. You get 45 minutes plus a minute for each additional person you bring. We got my dad and we got everybody's favorite cheerleader, Zach, so I got 47 minutes.
Kind of a challenge thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I take a picture?
Sure. They haven't started the time.
My daughter's boyfriend is like obsessed with this place and So like, how long do you have to eat?
47 minutes.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, so it starts on the first bite, so we're going to tell them that we're going to go. We got our timer. Okay, I'm going to start on the first bite.
Ready?
Yep.
Alright, go for it. Good luck.
Hey everyone, it's Tony again with another challenge this week. This is from a restaurant called Cheesies Pub and Grub. They have multiple locations in Chicagoland area. They have another one in Evanston, Illinois, which is way north of the city. And there's supposed to be another location opening up in a southern suburb called LaGrange. There is a lot of stuff messed up with this challenge. I'm just going to explain as we go here. There's two challenges at this restaurant. They have the Cheesies #1 and the Cheesies #2. The Cheesies #1 is a 4-pound sandwich and a pound of fries. I've done it at their two Chicagoland locations on Belmont and the other one on Milwaukee Avenue. Both of them I completed in sub 15 minutes. One was like 14:50 and the other one I did in like 14 minutes. I've been training really hard, and I think you've seen in the past couple videos that I've been doing some larger challenges. I have a huge one coming up this weekend. Hopefully that video will air next week. And this one, if you go on foodchallenges.com, is rated 5 stars for difficulty, which I've never done that before. So I wanted to see if I could do it. Now it's an 8-pound sandwich, and recently they've added a pound of fries because it used to be just a sandwich. You have to call ahead and reserve you don't have to pay for it, but you have to tell them, hey, I'm coming in, because supposedly they order extra bread, which I noticed on this challenge. The bread was super thick. It's way thicker than when I was doing the #1 challenge at both locations. And then the manager told me that they also stuffed it with more of the fillings, because there's four distinct sandwiches that make up the large sandwich. There's chicken tenders with barbecue sauce on one. There's one that they all have melted cheese on them as well. The other one has melted cheese and macaroni and cheese. Third one has steak fries and bacon. And then the fourth one is tomato and I want to say it was chives. But when you add it all up, it's quite difficult. I've been doing food challenges for almost 2 years now, so it's not like I'm, senior in this game, but you can kind of tell weights of something when you look at or pick it up. And my father and I both, when we saw this plate, we're like, wow, that looks like way more than a pound of fries. And I don't usually complain at restaurants about these challenges, but here's where my problem came in, and this is a pro tip for my man Donnie in Ottawa, because I know you're thinking about getting into this. You have to know your actual physical capacity, and I know mine right now is maybe a shade under 10 pounds. And when you consider that sandwich is 8 pounds, which the manager told me they weighed it, and you add a pound of fries, you're at 9, which should theoretically be in my wheelhouse. When they come out and tell me that, oh, well, yeah, it's not a pound, I'm like, well, how much is it? And when the manager tells me, oh, it's over 2 pounds, well, if you're over 2 pounds, you're past 10, which I physically can't consume. Now, some people will be like, "Oh, stop whining." If you throw up, you lose. And this is not a cheap sandwich. I think it's $60 or $70 if you lose. If you beat it, it's free. You get a $100 gift card, and it's actually cool because there's a bar in there, and you and everybody in your party per se gets free domestic beers for 2 hours. Now, I'm not a drinker, so there were some people at the bar because this is on Super Bowl Sunday. So I asked the manager if those people could just have my party. And they obliged, they gave it to them. So it's cool. If you do the number 1 challenge, you get a t-shirt and you get a $30 gift card. For doing the number 2, you get the t-shirt and you get a $100 gift card. It slows down to real time in a little bit because the manager does come out, because I did complain, because again, I can't go over 10 pounds. I physically know this. She comes out and she's like, yeah, we screwed up. So her offer was, hey, finish what's left of the sandwich and we'll call it a win, which at the time I think was like 32 minutes. But you know, I understand how appearances look, so I told her, I said, you know what, I'll just go to the 45 minutes or to the point where I don't think I can fit any more in me, and we'll call it a day. And you know, I would complain, but you know, the restaurant did admit their mistake and they were cool about it. So again, I finished the sandwich and I ate till I couldn't eat anymore, which put me right at the 45 minutes. Now, an interesting rule here, if anybody wants to try this, is that you're, like I said, you're given 45 minutes. Every person you bring with you to watch or spectate this, they add another minute onto your time. So as you saw earlier in the video, I brought my dad and my son, so they gave me 47. But I flagged the guy down, and I told him, I said, I can't eat anymore. So it looks bad, and I really almost didn't even want to upload this because it's not like a loss, because you'll be seeing a loss video from me coming up pretty shortly. But it's a bad look that you say you won and there's still food on the plate. I apologize in advance for that. There's nothing I can do about it. You know, if they would have included a pound or even a pound and a half, I would have taken it down and been good with it. But it is what it is. Like I said, I got a monster challenge coming up this weekend, the weekend after Super Bowl, and I'm hoping to have that uploaded soon. Hopefully you guys can see it. I'm really excited about that one. And stick around to the end. You can check it out. I know I already spoiled it for you, but I did want to explain it because, like, I'll beat a dead horse in the ground. It is a bad look. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up. And thanks for everybody who's subscribing and checking out these videos. We try to upload them every Wednesday. And we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.
We just re-weighed it, and it's definitely more than a pound. So if you just want to finish the bread, we're going to say you're a winner.
I'm going to go to 47 minutes because I don't want anybody calling me a cheater.
Oh, no. I'm telling you, like, the scale was off. It was started at the wrong thing. They weighed it over time.
I'm going to go to 47. I'm going to finish this now, and then I'll go to 47.
You're not chance at it. You're doing it. You are winning. So good job.
Ready to go. Daddy's almost done.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I just put it after the first French fry, I'm not gonna lie.
Huh?
Sure, I just put it after the first French fry.